Your heart's pounding, your mind's racing, your palms sweating. You are meeting someone significant. But as the years roll by, celebrity stories fade, as do celebs. And there are other meetings that feel insignificant at the time, but become increasingly important. So the day my dad met my mum, the morning I met my wife, and the evening we met our first episode of Lost. But what's this got to do with Christian unions and world mission? Well, right now, in this country and across the world, students are meeting students. Nationals are meeting internationals. Some are Christians, and some become Christians, and that is eternally significant. And it's been happening for the last 2,000 years. Let me tell you a couple of stories. So the first is recorded in the book of Acts, chapter 8. A senior civil servant from Ethiopia is traveling home from Jerusalem in his chariot, reading from the book of Isaiah the prophet. And a man from Jerusalem comes alongside, overhears the Ethiopian, and offers to explain what he's reading. He's invited up and explains the good news about Jesus from that very passage. And the Ethiopian decides to get baptized. And the story's been told for 2,000 years. Now, the first time I heard that story, I was challenged to pray the Philip and the Ethiopian prayer. I prayed that I would meet an international and they would meet Christ. Did it happen? Well, the odds were against it. I'm from Somerset, the least multicultural part of the UK. French was my worst GCSE, and I didn't know any internationals. But I prayed. And that week, a Japanese student noticed I was studying Japanese history, and we chatted. And I mentioned there was this international cultural evening organised by Christians, and she came along. Introduced her to a Christian friend of mine. They met to read Psalm 139, and the Japanese student realised that there was a God who made her, loved her, and was incredibly close. An apparently insignificant conversation about Japanese history resulted in an eternally significant encounter with Christ. So what can you do? Well, pray that Philip and the Ethiopian prayer and be inclined to follow God's initiative. He is with you, He can use you. And second, socialise, but don't just hang out with those you like because they like you. Be proactive in meeting students from other countries and other cultures. Join their societies. Have people around for a meal. And why not learn a new language? So pray and socialise, and who knows who you might meet this week.